The opinions expressed within the content of this podcast solely that of our guests and do not reflect the views and beliefs of the Bigfoot and Paranormal Encounters podcast, its hosts or its affiliates. Dave Weigert was born and raised in Baltimore, Maryland. His family has seen and experienced far more than most families with strange encounters and tragic moments. Dave, the youngest of 4 children and the only living sibling, went on to have many strange encounters throughout his childhood and adult life. At age 20 he began his journey to learn about the unknown. Dave has a background with Baltimore County Fire and Police, private security, bodyguard, bank security and security for a Baltimore sports team and other law enforcement agencies. Dave started the Maryland Paranormal Research Team in 2003 and closed the doors in 2016. He started Other Voices on the MPRT radio network along with a newsletter. From 2007 till 2016 he was the curator for the haunted Ramblewood Mansion. He hosted years of paranormal research and investigations at the location. Dave was also a mobile DJ for 35 years. Dave was a speaker at a number of colleges speaking about the paranormal to students. Dave founded the Maryland Bigfoot Research Team in 2018 and left it to a former member of MPRT. He now resides in Bucks County, Pennsylvania near his grandchildren. He has since founded the Mid-Atlantic Bigfoot Research Team. He currently hosts a podcast weekly called Bigfoot and Paranormal Encounters Podcast. Let's welcome Dave to the podcast.
Welcome to Bigfoot and Paranormal Encounters Podcast. And now your host, Dave Weigert.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Bigfoot and Paranormal Encounters Podcast. You're going to have to bear with me. I got a cold coming on today. It just, started this afternoon, so it's probably got something to do with this snow that we got today. But I think I'm going to go ahead and blame it on my first guest that I'm going to be bringing in, Mr. Mr. Bill Rigby. Let's bring him in.
Blame me, will ya? Hey, I hibernated all day today. I didn't even go outside once.
No, you forgot to call me and remind me to drink a Dr. Pepper so I wouldn't get sick. But you know how that goes. So.
Yeah, you know how it is. Take a look up.
Yeah. So we also have a second guest, and we're going to bring him on shortly. And we have
my buddy
for you. And and Bill, you're a treat as well. But Bill, I'm going to start off by go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself, and then I understand you have a new book. I want to hear about that as well.
Yeah, well, I've been interested in Bigfoot since the Patterson-Gimlin one, like a lot of people. And it's interesting, but I didn't delve into it real heavy, except for probably about 6-7 years ago. And I started researching full time. And I was still working at the time. Then I retired. It's 5 years now. So it's really full time. And I believed in Bigfoot. I always did. I always wanted to see one, but I always thought, Canada, up in the northwest of the country, the whole 9 yards, like everyone. They're not around here. Well, all these years being in the woods, hunting, camping, the whole 9 yards, tree structures. And they started bugging the hell out of me. And so I started researching, and it came back to it's either nature or Bigfoot. So I started digging deeper and started down that rabbit hole. 2001, August, I was at the Sosby camp out at Salt Fork State Park at the group camp area. Me and a couple friends went out riding around the park, first time there for me, and he showed me all our Debbie's been there once before, but showing her a couple areas too. We go back to camp. It's about 6:30, 7 o'clock. We're standing around BS with people for about an hour, and it's starting to get dusk. And he says, let's go down the Buckeye Trail, which is right there off the group camp, and go in 90, 100 paces, stop, listen, look around, see what we can hear, see. We did that. But as soon as we started was looking around and listening, a stone or something come up from the left. And some kids outside there running a motorbike up and down in the snow. Remind me of my days as a teenager. But anyhow, yes. We turned around, and so we moved up another 90, 100 paces. The same thing, a stone from the left. And I'm thinking it's someone screwing with us from camp, to tell you the truth. Nothing's happening, not seeing anything. Did it the third time, stone or not, I couldn't see, but you can hear it hitting in front of us. It's like, what the hell is this? Didn't see where it bounced to or anything. Debbie said, that's it, I'm done. I am not going no farther. I want to go back to camp. Debbie had this little scope. I said, give me your scope. I'll move up. I'll check it out, and then I'll call you up if it's safe. I get up there. I kneel down, and I put my hand up like this here, and I start adjusting the scope. Out of the corner of my right eye, I saw a slight movement. I turned and looked, and there it was, about 15 feet inside the wood line, knelt down looking at me. Leaned in and going, yeah, and I almost filled my pants. That's the short version. That's the short version. Almost. I almost filled it. Because it did, even though I was wanting to see one, the whole 9 yards, and I believe they were out there from different evidence, footprints, hair samples we found. I didn't pick up scat. That's not in my department. But, the trees, structures and all that, I knew they were out there. But to see it that close, I went in full panic mode. And this man never got scared a day in his life. I might have got startled a few times, but I never got scared. It scared me. I stood up, it stood up. And all I can think of was either fight or run. I ran backwards, full speed back to Mike and Debbie, without looking back and without falling down on a dirt path that had roots coming across it and the whole nine yards. I didn't fall down. I got back to them quick. And I'm yelling for lights because it's dusk and it's... Anyone that's been in the woods knows it gets darker inside the woods than it does on a path or in a field because of the tree coverage. I'm yelling for lights, and Mike saw where my head was turned toward, watching as it was going down over the hill. He hit his big spotlight and hit it. And it's kind of funny now, but at that time he said this, I'm like, what? Because I'm going, light, and he hit the light. I says, you see it? He says, yeah, I just saw Bigfoot's ass. What? And that just brought my level down a little bit, trying to figure out why he would say that. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, I saw the backside of it. It was going down over the hill. He saw it. So it wasn't my imagination. But yeah, it scared me. He wanted to go follow it. Nope, I'm done. I went off that trail. I went back up to camp where I feel a little bit safer. Tell the other ones, they all wanted to run down there. No. But the next day we went down. There was 6 of us, 5 guys. Most of them had guns on them. I don't carry a gun when I go up Bigfooting. We measured up on the tree that I stood up next to. It was around 7 foot tall. Oh, was it muscular? It was muscular. Dark brown hair, darker brown skin that I got to see. I did not look into the eyes. They looked dark. At the glance I did. I did see the large brow ridge. I think it was a juvenile, seeing how close he can get to us more than anything without us noticing. I'm not sure. That's my opinion. I'm not going to say for sure.
Right.
So that almost kept me out of the woods. So a couple people talked to me. One was Kumbo Baker. He is the one that totally convinced me. Other ones are saying, you got to talk about it. You got to believe it's real now. And I said, I always believed they were out there. But they were right. I really know they're real now. But Kumbo was telling me, Bill, the more you talk about it, the better you'll feel. And yeah, it'll still get to you at times, which it does. He says, but don't let it keep you out of the woods. From what was told to me about you and your research that you help research with, they need you in the woods looking and researching. He says, talk about it. I said, let me calm down with this and I'll let you know. That was a week afterwards. A couple weeks after that, I got invited to a camp out with a bunch of other Bigfooters. It's not going researching. It's just a bunch of people getting together, BS, and having a good time. And they came from Indiana, Ohio, West Virginia, PA, all forged together this one little church camp area. And the very first night, Amy Bull was there. And she asked me, do you feel up to telling about your experience, Bill? She says, around the group campfire tonight. I said, I don't know. I really don't know, Amy. She said, I'm not pressuring you. That's all on you. That evening, everyone's headed down there to the group campfire. She comes walking up by me, and she goes, you want to talk about it? She says, because I'll introduce you to everyone, because not everyone knows you, Bill. I went, yeah, I'll try. Because it kept going through my head what Kumbo said and a few others. And I got up and was telling my part of what I saw and everything. But I was sitting up behind everybody around this campfire. I was down in the middle. And they're all looking up at me. And this gentleman gets up, and now we're good friends. Got up and talked about his experience. Mine was not aggressive. His wife charged him and his two buddies. One day, he just got home from the service. He just got out of the service. They were going up to this one area, and believe it or not, up near Cleveland. And they come charging across the pond at him. And I had my head down thinking, my God, if that was the one I saw, and they come charging at me at 15 feet away, I'd be dead. Because he heard how fast it was moving, even coming through the water, how fast it was moving. And I actually started crying a little bit. I admit that. It really got to me. And I did have some PTSD from it. And it was kind of weird. Because I've never got afraid of nothing in my life. Now I'm afraid. And I couldn't understand that. But the thing is, talking that night about it helped me so much of relaxing from it. It's weird to say that way, but I felt a calm come over me afterwards. And it's like, I'm not getting criticized. They're not saying nothing bad to me. And they come up to me and say, that is one heck of a sighting, Bill. We're glad you're able to share it, and I'm glad you're here. And so, that helped me tremendously. And a couple weeks later, I decided I'm going back to the woods. I gotta find this out, figure this out. What the hell is this thing? And so that put me on the path.
Hey, Bill, let me just throw this in there real quick. I just want to let the listeners know that I will be opening the chat room very shortly. And go ahead, Bill.
So that got me really flying down the rabbit hole, as we call it. I belong to a couple different groups. One was Pennsylvania BPEP Project. I used to be a member of. And I went out a lot investigating with Mary and a few others from that group. And I met a lot of interesting people from all over the place, to tell you the truth. And really got me going in the right directions of figuring this out, which I haven't yet. We've got a lot of knowledge from the different people on the research end, sharing the knowledge, basically. Because I haven't stopped my research or going out on investigations and stuff like that. And so it's going to be 4 years this summer. I started a podcast myself called Agents of the Unexplained. And not just be famous. I did it so I can talk to other people with their experiences and learn from them, basically. You know, and compare notes, and that helps. You know, because I can talk about my experience all day long, but you know, someone else has a different type of experience, and you can learn from that. And that's the way I look at it. You know, we share the knowledge, we figure out what we're dealing with. I just enjoy it. And it's one of my most expensive hobbies I ever had.
I know that. Let me just say this, Bill. You know, my dog man encounter was a lot more word. I want not the right word, but I'm going to use the word worse than the partial Bigfoot sighting I had back in 1982 when I only saw the arm and the hand come out of the brush. At first, from my dog man encounter, I didn't want to talk about it, and I just kept it inside of me. Mm-hmm. And then I noticed the more I started talking to people about it, the more relaxed I became. But I still think about it a lot. You know, I could be doing something else, and boom, it just comes on. And then I get sidetracked, and you know, I'm thinking of about what I'm doing in the dog man encounter at the same time, and I'm like, wait a minute, it's one or the other, you know. But
I got a question for you on that.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Do you still question yourself that you actually seen it?
Yeah. Here's what I ask myself: why? Why did I see it? Because I've been into the paranormal for a lot of years. I'm 62 years old, and I started when I was 19. Okay, never did I ever think that I would see something that bizarre. I've seen ghosts. I've seen things levitate. I've seen a lot of strange stuff over the years, being a paranormal investigator. So, yeah.
Yeah, I have too on the paranormal end, and I still question myself why. I still say, did I really? You know, because we're not supposed to be seeing these things. You know, they're not real. They're not. That got beat into their brains. So I'm at the point where, yeah, I saw it. It's real.
There's a reason for everything, man.
Yeah. And I got people in town that thinks I'm a crazy idiot. Oh, there's that crazy Bigfoot guy. Other ones come up and says, I know you're Bill. You saw the Bigfoot. Yeah. Well, we really don't believe, but we want to hear your story. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's fine. I don't care you don't believe. I don't care if you think I'm crazy. I know what I saw. And I still question myself on it. So it is what it is.
All the time when I think about that dog man encounter, it's like I'm asking myself like 1,000 questions in my mind.
Yes.
I might be sitting there and I'm quiet, but I'm thinking, I'm actually talking to myself without saying anything. I'm just sitting there thinking about it over and over, and I'm like, oh my God.
Well,
what if,
Yeah. this young man had a dog man encounter. Now, I live in town of Sharon. A half a mile by the way the birds fly. Not quite 3/4 of a mile if you got to drive to where he had the sighting of a dog man. Jamie King has taken reports from the town of Farrell right next to us out on up the river to Shenango Township. Not Shenango, but up South Pie. Someone took a report in Shenango Township too, which is farther south. Jim Sparks has taken dogman reports. They're around here. And that kind of freaks me out because I don't think I ever went into a dog man. You know, I don't know how true that they are very aggressive. Other reports, they just looked at us, then let us go. They didn't attack us or anything. I don't know. You know, that's like several years ago, right after I got my Rottweiler. Oh, you can't have a Rottweiler. They were so mean, they attack you for no reason. She goes nuts when a little kid's crying because she thought they got hurt. She seen a little girl climbing down her parents' porch next door to where I was at, knowing the little 2-year-old girl shouldn't be out on the porch by herself, but she snuck out and was going down the steps, and Roxy went over and just laid against her so she wouldn't go down the steps. So we can't judge these things because we don't know. All I'm going to say is I really don't want to run into one. But if I do, and if anyone does, remember, they're still in the wild. They're a wild animal. And that's like with Bigfoot. You're in their domain. They live in the wild. They're going to protect what they want to protect. So keep your distance. Keep your distance. I spoke up in Maryville, Forest County Bigfoot, a couple of years ago. And Turtle Man was there. And somebody asked us during the round table, do they always get aggressive when you get close to them? Instead of Turtle Man saying from his experience, yes, he says, yes, they do. You got to stay away from them. Stay back. Well, I agree with that part. Stay back from them as much as possible. And I'm like, nah, man, you're wrong, dude. They're not always going to be aggressive. But then it was my turn to get up to speak after Jim Boardwine. And Jim Boardwine from Mountain Men, he said his sighting was way out. He wasn't close, so he can't really say one way or the other. He already knew what I was upset with Turtle Man. I really was saying that because he can't speak for everybody and everything. And that's what I was thinking. And he goes, but I believe Bill has something to say on this. Yeah, I did. I says, Turtle Man, maybe the one you had was aggressive because you were close. Don't know if you was close to their food source, a young one, what. But I was within 15 feet of my sighting. Was 15 feet from it. It was not aggressive. Did it scare the hell out of me? Hell yes, it did. So we don't know. We don't know. They might be in a bad mood that day. Maybe their girlfriend tried to get away from me. They go and fight with another male. We don't know. Yeah, so you got to consider them as a wild animal. And they're not a cuddly pet. So, and that's what Bigfoot.
I was just going to say, Vic Cundiff told me if it wanted to hurt you, it would have hurt you. Yeah.
Yep, and Vic's 110% right. I got respect for that man.
Right. Most sightings with a dog man, okay, it's just basically like mine. I was 15 feet away.
Yep.
It looked at me, and inside my mind, I had 1,000 things going on, like, is this thing going to kill me? Is this thing going to tear me up? Is it going to injure me? It didn't. It just dropped, and it was gone.
Yep.
So.
Yep, very much so. And
I mean, go ahead. I'm sorry, Bill.
And you just don't know. And that's what I keep telling people. You don't know what they're going to do or their reaction on seeing you. You might have some kind of cologne on that they don't like. You don't know. Or they might like it. They might want to become a little friendly. I don't know. But, seriously, you don't know. And that's why you got to keep your distance. And, I was very fortunate with the one I saw. More than fortunate. I was very lucky. And, the man upstairs was on my side. Because if it was aggressive, I wouldn't be here today. So.
Exactly. All right, Bill, let's do this. Now, what I want to talk to you about next is this new book you have that's going to be coming out. Well, let's go ahead and bring in our second guest. I'm going to play something for him. And then we're going to bring him in. And we'll go I'm sorry, what?
You didn't give me the money that you were going to bring him on. You said you were paying me for him cutting into my tongue.
Hey, wait a minute. Ready? Check's in the mail. Here's one for you, too. I owe you Dr. Peppers. There you go. Okay, let's bring him in, and then we're going to go back and talk to you about this book that you wrote. And then all three of us will have questions for each other, and we'll have a great time. So I'm going to put us in the green room, and I'm going to go ahead and play this intro for him that he asked me to play.
Oh, don't play it. No. Oh, go ahead.
All right, here we go. I'm going to remove us.
Trees grow thick and the sun goes down. There's a shadow in the woods that folks all fear, but it's just all wrong. Shifting into gear, hairy from head to boot and toe. In a Bigfoot suit, he's ready to go. On a Harley loud like a thundercloud, riding through the night feeling mighty proud. Cause Ron, he's a legendary biker. Bigfoot loves for chaos like a warm caress. With a wild man grin and a heart so strong, he rides for the broken who can't ride along. He ain't chasing peace, but he brings it still to those haunted by the fight or the symptoms of PTSD. Yeah, Ron's chaos is his true love, and true no brothers in the madness he tames. In a world gone quiet, he still plays the game. He's got patches and scars stitching through his soul. Talks to the ghosts only warriors know. He don't preach hope, but he lends a hand to brothers and sisters who can't quite stand. Pulls up in that beast like a roaring flame. Fur and chrome, he don't need no name. Tells a joke, shares a smoke, lets the silence speak. For those with wounds buried deep, his name is Biker Bigfoot. Yeah, Ron on Bigfoot, on a steel stampede. Trading fear for the help they need. He ain't no preacher, but he knows the way. Through the forever chaos of love where the shadows play. He don't wear a cape, but he saves just the same. And the only way he knows, through the flame. Some say he's crazy, some say he's free. where Ron knows truth and what it seems to be. It's in the laughs and the tears and the fight for life, and the ones who made it through another night. So raise a glass for the beast on the bike, who found his love in a world unlike. His love is for chaos, his compass, his code, his call. He's the kind who gets you just before you fall. Ron Vodka Bigfoot, he's calm as he rides on through the fire and smoke. With every mile, another chain he broke. Plays the game. Bill quiet, he still plays the game.
Wow.
And let's welcome Ron House to the podcast.
What's up, guys? What do you think?
Hey, what's this? What's this?
That means I owe you a steak dinner, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, now that he has that rock and roll song, man, he's hey.
Boy, Jason Kinsey produced that song for me.
Yeah. You were telling me about that. That's pretty good, Ron.
That's a tale that we need to tell. Let me tell you.
Yeah, but you and Jason, no, I don't know. Oh my God, that is good. That is good.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the chat room, and then we're going to go back to Bill about his book, and then we're going to speak to Ron. I have some questions for Ron. And guys, I just want to let you know, when I meet you, I hope I meet you both together. Yeah.
Oh no, you don't.
You're right.
Yeah, no.
It's your nightmare. It'd be his nightmare, huh, Ron?
Open the chat room now. Okay, there we go. All right. You guys still there? Hold on,
Yes.
there for a second.
No. You know what? I'm going to put it in the chat room. The link to the e-book, if you don't mind.
I'm sorry, the what?
The link to the e-book I wrote. I'm going to put the link in there that you got to get the book. Hello, Linda. Here we go. There's the link. Oh, that's in the private chat. Never mind. I did it in the wrong one. Here. I'll put it here. There we go. Yeah, you're right, Sarah.
The one I got up there. Looks like it's stuck because there's so many popping up at one time. Man, I'll tell you, you guys, you got a good fan base. You got a lot of people out there in the chat room.
Yes, we do. We got a lot of good people out there.
Absolutely. People know what happens when Bill and I get together, so they were looking forward to seeing this tonight.
Except for BJ, she's feeling lonely. That kind of scares me, BJ. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, everyone. Danny, wait a minute. I got to say something to Danny Buckner. My buddy Danny. Danny, thank you again for the birthday card. Greatly appreciate it. You caught me off guard with it. I loved it. Thank you. My birthday's next Friday. So everyone, send money. No, but Danny sent me a card. He said, sorry, it's early. But no, that was great. I really appreciate it. Put a smile on my face. But yeah, Ron and I got this personality that attracts people. Truthfully, I'm not patting myself on the back, but in the Bigfoot and cryptid and the paranormal world, we have accumulated a lot of great friends. Both of us.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Even though Ron's a shithead, but it still works out. See, Ron, you know I can't just keep driving you up, brother.
Oh, I wouldn't expect anything less.
But and the thing I'm going to say about Ron, and this is out of nothing but respect. Thank you, Linda. What Ron does touched me very quick and very real. And I got a lot of respect and love for him for it. Don't get that smile off your face, Ronald. But, seriously.
That smile is for the surreal heartwarming feeling that I have in me. I know how you feel, buddy.
Yeah, and there's so many people out there that needs this help that Ron's given, and and he's not doing it for prestige. He's not doing it for money. He's doing it to help. And some of the people out there don't know what I'm talking about. He goes as Biker Bigfoot, but he's putting two things he loved the most: helping people and Bigfoot, because he worked with people with PTSD. If I knew Ron right after I had my sighting, it would have helped me a hell of a lot. But he is helping people left and right.
Well, I'm here now, buddy.
Yeah, you put me back into it. But, some people criticized him for it. And
what?
Yes. Yes. And needless to say, I pissed those people off too. Because the military guys that came back from the war, they never got the support they needed from any of these wars. You got PTSD. Don't know these pills. Don't talk to them how to deal with the problems. Just feed them pills. Ron talks to them. Okay, I'll shut up on that now.
No, you're good.
You're good, Bill.
No, I'm killing myself bragging about you.
You're making me for me.
I hate bragging about them,
You do. Love it.
Let's see. So far, I owe Bill a steak dinner, a case of Dr. Pepper. I'll stop.
Case. A case.
Uh-oh.
I'm
Here we
gonna
go.
up the
6 months worth.
You're gonna owe him a trip on the Alaskan Bigfoot cruise.
No, not the Alaska one. The Caribbean one. No. I hibernated all damn day today. I did not even go out. No. I hate the cold.
Yeah, I'm not too fond of myself.
Get in the suit. It'll keep you warm.
Oh, let me tell you, I actually, when I first started doing that, We'll talk about that a little bit. But when I started doing that, I had no idea what I was going to do with it. I threw the suit on to a show, and it just started becoming mainstream. It didn't take long. I was just wanting to go and be part of an event and just be silly, you know.
Yeah.
I had the costume, I had the bike, and I threw it together, and Biker Bigfoot was born. And
I was there when he did it.
But I tell you, over the years that I've been doing this, I have made some changes on how I do things, because I wear a cooling suit underneath that now. But now here's the part of it that people have heard my story, but a lot of you don't know this. But I had a heat stroke and died in '96, and I will deal with that for the rest of my life. And I get yelled at, like, "Why are you in that suit after having a heat stroke?" Like, let me tell you, it's for the love of what I'm doing. I get in that suit, and I love making people laugh. And just to give you a little bit of background, and Bill, you're going to love this. I found out something about my family heritage, and it explains everything about why I am the way I am.
I know this story.
Yeah, I know you love this. So when my grandfather passed away, we were at the wake, and there was this collage of pictures, and I'm looking through them, and I seen one particular one that kind of really stuck out. My grandfather was doing a handstand, and there was a bunch of guys sitting around. So I asked my aunt, "What's up with this? What was Pap doing?" My grandfather was somewhat of a comedian on everything he did. He was a great man. I learned a lot of things from him. He was a Navy frog. If you can think how far back that elite group was, you know.
Yeah.
What I found out is that he would get bored, and he would just walk across the roof of a house on his hands while the other guys were sitting there having their lunch. And so that raised even more questions. And my aunt was telling me that he belonged to a circus whenever he was in his teens. He traveled with this circus. So you see my name down there at the bottom. If anybody has ever heard of the International House Circus, I descend from that circus. The three House brothers that came to the United States joined forces with P.T. Barnum before it was P.T. Barnum and Bailey. So that's what's wrong with me.
Now, one of your brothers got the head stepped on by an elephant.
Maybe. I mean, that was part of the act, but what I like to tell people is, I kind of look at, because whenever I first started as biker, I was still quite a bit shy around being in the public and stuff, because this was actually my opening, getting into the public about my research that I had done for 30 years on Bigfoot because of my sighting. I kind of looked at the Bigfoot costume as my mask to be able to open up. And when I rode into Hillman Park, Pennsylvania, for the Fayette County Bigfoot Researchers Organization event, that just changed everything. I met so many people that day, whether they were public, whether they were speakers, whether people of different Bigfoot groups.
Hold it. I gotta say this.
Back up the train.
Ron was the big attraction. He took it all from the speakers. From the kids to the 90-year-old lady. And I'm not lying. And Sarah is out there. And like she said, that was awesome. And it was. And I'm standing back. I think I was standing there with Tony LeRoy. And me and Tony's just looking like, wow, look at these kids running up. I said, look at the old folks running up.
I don't think I got pictures with every single person that day.
Yes.
And there was a big of people, and it was great. Let me tell you, it opened me big time, and I continued to show up at their events, whether it was at Hillman or whether it was at Morale.
Morale, yep.
Fire department a lot. And a matter of fact, one time I actually contacted Sarah ahead of time, and I let them know I was going to drive right into the fire department, and I did. And one of my pictures I use is me standing in the doorway of the fire department.
Huh?
It's always such an ominous look from that picture. It just created something.
It created a monster. It really did. And it went from there. Dave, you would get a kick out of watching him with the people. Seriously. It is an awesome sight. And he just, when he interacts with them, now he gets up there. Except for the one event, he got up there, and I was speaking right after him, but we're supposed to have 45 minutes. Ron went through his spiel 15 minutes. I think that was your second time speaking, or your first time, the Lessons event.
Being down in Sutton?
Was
that Sutton, or was that... Oh, no. That was Cheat Lake event.
Yeah, Cheat Lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he comes up to me and said, how'd I do? I said, actually, it's pretty good, but you're supposed to talk for at least 45 minutes. Well, I did. I said, no, you didn't. It's been 15 minutes. But I said, I got you covered.
What to say now?
Oh, man. Hey, Douglas, how are you doing? From the Southwestern Bigfoot Group, Southwestern PA.
I can't.
That's out there, Doug. But yeah, so I spoke for an hour, and just to fill in the void, and that was funny though. I couldn't believe you did that, Ron. But what he said in that 15 minutes was awesome. I'm going to be dead serious. It was awesome. What?
Are you saying that it resonated very well?
I won't say that for you. No. But it did. And so now he elaborates more and more on that. So he takes up 2 hours of talking.
Yeah, we did that one once. What was we supposed to do? Like a 45-minute segment, and it turned into 3 hours?
Yeah.
Very first time I was on your show.
Oh, yep.
But we had a lot of fun, and I tell you what, I would do it again in a heartbeat. I have to be
so you are sisters of both of us.
What's that?
Sarah puts up, I'm honored to call Ron and Bill not only my good friends, but my brothers. And she knows it. How many suits do you have, Ron?
How many what?
How many Bigfoot suits?
I have one. I'm getting ready to buy a new one because that one's getting a little bit tattered after 5 years. We have a child one that was in the wedding, and Christy now has one. So right now we have three.
You ruined her.
Let me tell you something.
let me tell you something. She brought you out of the woodwork a lot.
Yeah, I could say that a little bit. Yeah. She just threw something at me.
I love Christy. She's a sweetheart.
Let me tell you something about having somebody that is like her. When you have a person in life that backs you and makes you, I'm gonna say it the right way, pushes you to do what you're meant to do, that makes a difference in the world.
Yes, it does.
And that's what Christy and I do for each other. It's been a blessing the whole way around being in the Bigfoot world. It's even been more of a blessing to have her.
BJ, is Christy anatomically correct?
What?
You heard me right. That's a question.
Correct.
Yeah.
You know that that's a female Bigfoot because she wears a dress.
Okay.
She wears a wreath around her head. And that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Danny, that's what she's doing. She's holding up cue cards for you.
No, she doesn't have cue cards. She's working on her website right now.
Yeah, go ahead, lie.
No, seriously, she's been working on this thing for weeks trying to get it ready for marketing. If anybody doesn't know who I'm talking about as far as Christy, this is Christy Chafin, the founder of Cryptid Chaos Designs, and she's almost ready. Not just yet, but she's almost ready to launch her website. So once she gets that finished, we're going to put it out there. So you got next Friday coming. It'll be ready. So
make sure I have the link in that for it so I can share it.
I'm going to post it on my page. She's going to put it on her page, Biker Bigfoot, everything. We're going to put it out there. So you'll be able to get everything that you would normally get at her vending booth off this website. Unfortunately, we're not going to be making any shows this year. We have our dog has got PTSD, and she takes care of him.
Yeah.
There was an uncomfortable silence there for a second.
Some sent to me, and I was just looking. I'm sorry. But that was confusing. But anyhow, I'm glad to see I'm not the only one that gets to pick on you tonight. I got backup. I love it.
Well, you guys are able to see the conversation. I can't. Yeah, I know. That's bad for me.
Hey, Dave's just sitting there letting us run her mouth.
Hey, I'm just I'm behaving myself so I don't what do I owe? An Alaskan cruise, and
No, not for me.
I don't want to get myself in any more trouble. So.
Me and Ron both warned you.
Yeah, we did. And guess what? And of all things, for 2026, Bill and I are going to be at 3 different shows together.
That's scary.
So look out, everybody.
The first one we're going to be at is May 31st.
Oh, yeah, 31st. Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, no, he's on his phone, BJ. He can't put it up. And Christy got the laptop working on her website, so he can't watch.
I don't know how to bring it up.
Bring up the Asians Up Down Explain page. And you can see the people what they're talking about. We're going to be at Patsy Hillman Park That's Brownsville, ain't it? Or is that Washington?
That's Brownsville.
Brownsville, PA.
Pennsylvania, which is Brownsville.
Yeah.
Far from the castle.
But we'll be there. I'm going to be emceeing, and it's called the Patsy Hellman Bigfoot Days. In memory of Fred Saluga. God rest his soul. He's probably pissed at us right now because I haven't called him since December 3rd. He can't call me. I miss him. I really do. We talk a couple times a week, and it wasn't just the cryptid and paranormal and UFO shit. It was everything. And so it's interesting. It's definitely interesting that this is going to be because a lot of people are coming out. Got a good lineup of speakers. I know you miss them a lot, sir. Fred was a big-time mentor to us.
Absolutely.
Even though he got pissed off at me a couple times, cussed me out once. Wow, that one hurt too. It was a misunderstanding how I said something. But that didn't stop him from calling me or me calling him. And
that was just Fred, man.
Yeah, it was. And Fred had this thing. If something pops into his brain, there is no filter coming from here to here. None. And it just came out. It just came out. And he'll say, and I tell you what, if he thinks you're saying something wrong, he'd tell you. But he wouldn't be mean about it. Like I was, in my one presentation, I go, when I saw Bigfoot, it was flesh and blood. He raised his hand up. I went, uh-oh. Uh-oh. I go, yeah, Fred. He goes, it was flesh and blood, or did you presume it was flesh and blood?
Okay.
I presume, Fred. Yes. Well, what?
He had an argument about that, but I always like to let people know that everything that they have been stated to be presumed to be is what they are.
That would piss him off.
I know.
But yeah, and me and I had this long discussion on that. I go, Fred, it's one thing to be in the flesh and blood group of people, in the extraterrestrial group, or the interdimensional group. I says, I believe the one I saw was flesh and blood. I'm not going to argue that. But I did an investigation about 20 miles from here. It was in January, a couple of years ago. There was 8 inches of snow on the ground. The trackway going through this backyard. Wood line, 75 yards to the left of where the tracks was going. The house, a good 50 feet to the right of the tracks. And the tracks was going straight. No buildings or trees surrounding that area. It still had another 75, 100 yards to go before there was a tree in front of the tracks. They just stopped. We come up beside it and looking down, they didn't back up because it would have messed up the tracks a little bit. Where in the hell did it go? I still think it was flesh and blood, but it could have been interdimensional.
Here's the theory that I've been working on. Okay. I had my sighting at 13, and what I have learned by opening up my spiritual side is that the sighting that I had, it came forward for a reason, and I wanted to touch on that because I was listening to what you guys were saying. We see these things when we're supposed to. I understand we go out, we're looking for evidence, and we're looking for that second sighting, that third sighting, however many. But we're going to see them whenever we're supposed to see them because they want us to see them. And most of the time, they're trying to be elusive for a reason because of the fact that humans are one of the most dangerous animals on the earth. But they are keeping track of us. And when I got to see mine when I was 13, it showed itself because it was protecting me from something worse that was in the woods that I was heading.
All right. I'm not going to disagree with you with that. Except when these people are seeing these things, just run across the trail real quick without looking both ways to see if anyone's there. No, that's just luck for them to see them.
There's those accidents where they accidentally use
Yes. But like I said, like that one, where did it go? Did it get, beat me up, Scotty? I don't know. You know, did it jump to a portal? I don't know.
The interdimensional thing.
Yeah, I don't know. What I saw, I presume, was flesh and blood. Notice I'm saying presume now because Frank corrected my ass. But, you know, and he was right. You know, I don't know for sure what the hell they are. And hey, Jimmy Tricks.
Hi, Jimmy.
But the thing is we all got to keep an open mind. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw this in there. I just wanted to say that when I'm on a trail and I'm walking and doing, my research, I always have a camera behind me recording because they, even though you're looking for them, they know you're there.
Yes. Yes. And I've been saying that for a while, to have a GoPro or something attached to your backside. You know,
I love that idea because I've done that. I've come up positive on it.
Yeah.
I had something follow me out of the woods. It kept its distance where I could not get a defined feature, but there was one following me out of the woods.
Well,
and it's a lot of the things like you were saying about you're in their domain. Okay. They know that you're there before you even enter the woods.
we just entered their home in a heartbeat.
Exactly. Just like the alarm. You know, we know somebody's here before we do because he hears them. It's basically the same aspect. And that's the reason why I do things that I do. And William Nighthawk taught me this, but I was doing before he taught me what he told me. I would enter the woods and I would speak out positivity. But what William taught me was grounding.
Yes.
We come from nature. They are nature. So when you ground yourself before you enter the woods, then that is helping project your positivity of why you're there. Now, there's those unbeknown hikers that you just enter the woods because they're going for a hike. They get their unexpected viewing.
Well, the one area I do my research at, one of the 4 areas, but the one for sure, I get out of my vehicle, I get my stuff together, and as I start to walk in, I'm saying out loud, I'm here, I'm just here to visit, I hope you show yourself. You know I'm not going to cause you no problems. I just like to learn from you.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said at the beginning of the show, I don't carry a gun into the woods.
Neither do I.
Some people do. And there's times I should because I don't trust people. But anyhow.
I mean, I know a lot of people say, well, what about the other wildlife? Well,
What about them?
yeah, you could worry about the other wildlife, but if the Bigfoots already know you're there and they know you're there for good intent, like you say, you just are there to visit. Other things are going to be kept away from you.
Yeah. And when I say, what about the other wildlife? Bears.
Mm-hmm.
They rather stay away from you than get near you. And the only time they will attack you if you get close to a cub.
Yeah.
They'll run from you before anything. So, you know.
How many times wildlife photographers have been gotten confronted, but they were near their food source or they were too close to their children?
Yep.
I mean, I think a human would do the same thing.
Yes.
Don't take my place.
Yeah, BJ, she does live up in the woods, up near Marionville. And she is in the woods. Their place is in the woods. And her mom lives down over the hill from her. She trusts animals a lot more than she does people. And I agree with that.
Well, that's why a lot of us love the woods, because we get away from people.
That's my solitude. And I admit it.
But, you know, that's a whole other thing about PTSD. Being a researcher and getting out into the woods and getting back to nature is a form of, even though if you've had a sighting that has caused you face your fears, really, which is exactly what
that's which took me a little bit to do that.
Yes.
I believe I was nervous when I went back into the woods. I was real nervous after my sighting.
Like you can take a 10-step program. You can't go from 1 to 10 in 2 seconds. You've got to work your way through to it. And yes, you definitely have the process of getting yourself back out there. I don't know how many times I've watched TV shows and people will say, yeah, I was out here hunting and this Bigfoot came upon me, and I've never been able to go back there until now, because they were encouraged to go back to that sighting because they were doing an investigation on it. So it happens a lot. Myself, my form of PTSD with the Bigfoot part of it is I used to go rushing into the woods every time I heard a noise. I want to get that sighting again, that reconfirmation of what I call it. But ever since I've done some more soul searching and I've had spiritual sightings of them, yes, I had a spiritual sighting. I don't know if I talked to you about it, Bill, but I was on a camping trip where I was standing there cooking a meal, and I welcomed them in to come join us. I, for the life of me, have never had any kind of spiritual opening before to be able to see things. Like some people are mediums or they're sensitives that are able to see these things. I've never been able to do that. But that day, 5-10 foot tall Bigfoot presented themselves to me without them being. So there was a spiritual side to them as well, going back to the Americans. They always had a big connection. One of my research areas is in Pennsylvania, up in Mount Davis. I go fishing up there in these mountains for years on first day of trout season. Primitive camp for 5 days. I'd walk the trails. There's a Native American burial grounds up.
Mm-hmm.
And when I walked into the area where they were, at first I didn't see them because nature had taken them over. But there's these quad trails all over the place up there, and the locals told me about it. You will feel the presence of something there. Whenever I was walking into this, I came up to the intersection of this trail, and I noticed that there was 2 tree breaks facing inwards towards that trail. And a lot of us researchers know that's not the direction to go because they're telling you to stay out of there. I headed the other direction and walked right into 30 mounts. And once I realized I was in there, then I started feeling that feeling of, okay, it's time to go. They want me there. I did not know what their feeling was towards me, but I just knew that they was trying to get me to leave. I had a few of the kids with me that was at the campsite, because that's what I would do every year. I would take the kids out on hikes with me, and we would do the whole Bigfoot hunting stuff, and they loved it. So it was kind of like a mentoring thing with that. Maybe they was uncomfortable, you know, that myself and those children were there. They were young boys, you know. It wasn't like, you know, I had a woman with me or a younger child. They were teenagers.
Did you ask them if they were getting the same feelings?
Yes. One of the boys told me that he felt something watching us as we were approaching the intersection of the trail. Felt that there was something above us on this ridge, and he wanted to go rushing up over the hill to see it. I said, no. Let's just finish walking up this way. I said, you don't want to go charging into something when you're having a feeling like that, because it could turn out bad. By the time we got to the intersection and we started getting our bearings about where we were, it was the other part of the trail that had the tree breaks that we weren't supposed to go. So something was watching over us. When we entered the trail that went through these 30 mountains, I started looking around and noticing more and more of them. A lot of ferns growing over top of them. There was trees growing around them and everything. Something that I found very interesting about these Native American burial mounds were they were very large. So if you look at the history of the Native American burial grounds and you look at the history of Native Americans themselves, they weren't very tall people. So was something else buried with them in these mounds, or were there multiple people buried? I don't know. My theory, if they are being watched over by Bigfoot, it's possible that the Bigfoot's remains are with the Native Americans' remains.
Yeah, well,
because you know we're not supposed to desecrate these graves, so that would protect them from, you know, being found.
I'm not going to argue. But
It's an interesting theory.
like Kevin said, you're absolutely right. Bigfoot will definitely chase you out of those woods if they don't feel like they like you. And they will definitely escort you out of those woods, especially the males, considering how dangerous they really are.
Yeah.
And 100% right, Kevin. But the thing is, you know, I was followed by one. I couldn't see it because of that thick brush, but you could hear it walking as I walk. And when I stopped, it stopped. So, and I guess it was bipedal and it was heavy-footed. So,
I will say something about their vocal. I was walking with a parabolic mic on the one investigation we were doing, and I had it pointed, and there was something walking in the woods adjacent to it. And every so often, I would hear a primate-like grunt.
yeah.
They do have a primate-like sound to them, even though there has been some evidence of them not being?
Well, I've heard howls. I've heard the Ohio howl, finally.
Oh, yeah,
I've heard as well. The main reason I went to Salt Fork that year of my sighting was everybody goes to Salt Fork. I'm not going to see one. I want the howl. I want to hear it. And I know I'm going to hear it. 2 years later, I heard it. That very first night, I get to see a Bigfoot. So, yeah. Fox Pro, they do animal calls. I've seen them at several events. They see me. They see things I do. They keep an eye on what I do and that, which is kind of an honor for what they did. I was at the Pennsylvania Bigfoot camp out this past year. Dave was at it the year before. I went this time. And Dave, it was great. I was hoping he'd be there, but he couldn't make it this year. Well, I went out by their tent where they were set up, Fox Pro, and I was talking to the owner's workers. I was talking to him, and I says, one of these days I'm going to get me one of those calls. Well, the owner was taking care of a customer. He was dealing with them, so I didn't get to talk to him. I walked on away finally, and I went back down. I'm talking to the Squatch detective, and standing there, and here comes the owner walking down with a box. He says, "Bill, you remember me?" I says, "Yeah." He said, "We talked at Marionville mostly." He went, "Yeah." He says, "Here, I want you to have this." He gave me the Squatch collar.
That's awesome.
That's a $200 call. Professional call. It has all the animal calls on it and 4 different Bigfoot sounds. And I was like, what? I could say, thank you. I didn't know what to say. I was totally flabbergasted. And I went back up, man. I said, I got to apologize to you. He says, why? I says, you caught me off guard. I'm going to buy one. He says, no, we respect you and everything you're doing out here. He says, here. I'm like, wow, he's following me. Yeah, I'm just a small town boy, but it's trying to find things out. But I don't have it up here. I'll let it play when you start talking about the calls. I would let it howl go, wake everyone up around town. But yeah, so Fox Pro, they got a decent call out there where I don't have to use my voice anymore. So
yeah,
Dave, you still with us? No, he ain't with us. Dave, you still with us?
I see him.
I see him. His mouth's moving. Do you want to speak, Dave? No volume, Dave. You lost your voice. Turn your mic on. You're muted. There you go.
There we go.
You muted yourself.
Just a simple brain fart. My hard drive is like going slow and then speeding up,
Okay.
No, I was just paying attention to. I'm trying to figure out why I lost some notes here, but I'm good.
Good.
I had a schedule for both of you, and it disappeared on me.
You had him earlier.
Yeah.
But don't let me go through my calendar.
Let me see if I can pull it. I'm just going to check.
Yeah, I'm going to make a small announcement. Kevin, I got my own podcast too called Agents of the Unexplained. It's on Facebook and YouTube. But I'm going to have Brian Fuller on from New Jersey this coming Wednesday. He's a Bigfoot and paranormal researcher too. It's going to be interesting to hear everything because he's been studying cryptozoology big time lately, and I'd like to hear what he has to say. I want to, like I said, I'm in it for the learning, and but when me and Ron gets together, there's no learning. There's nothing but a bunch of bullshitting going on.
Oh no, we're gonna change that. We're gonna talk serious here. Come on now.
Huh? I'm out. I can't take you serious. But,
well, how about this? Let me start this off. Let's talk about what we're going to be doing for this year. So we
you got our list.
January 31st, we have our memorial for Fred.
Fred, we're going to. It's a get together for all of us to talk about Fred. It's going to be at Ryder's Restaurant in New Wilmington, PA, on Route 18. I think it's 931 Route 18. It's the only red light between Newcastle and West Middlesex. But anyhow, it starts at 3 o'clock. We're going to get together, talk about how Fred was with all of us, whatever. You can say how he helped you or just whatever you want us to talk about him about. That's January 31st at 3 o'clock. And you've already heard how Fred meant the world to me, and he really did. He was a great mentor and great friend. And then May 31st, 4 months later, it's going to be at 30th. Going to be at Patsy Hillman Park there in Hillman, PA. The Patsy Hillman Bigfoot Day in memory of Fred Saluga. And that's a special one because Fred started that event 9 years ago. Yeah. And all the proceeds goes to the park. The Fayette County Bigfoot Group does not make a dime from it. The proceed goes right to the park. And
a special one for me for that fact.
Yes.
Of the mentoring with Fred, him believing in me, no pun intended, because that's where I got my start, and I get to speak there this for the first time. It's really great that we're getting able to do this, and it's only 10 minutes from my house. You can stop by.
Rub it in.
Something that we bypassed to get to Fred's Patsy Hill. There's something that I have never done. I've never been a gamer, but May 2nd,
You're breaking up.
Fallout Fest is happening in Flatwoods, West Virginia. And I'm taking Biker Bigfoot. So, if anybody's ever watched the TV show, or if you're a gamer and you've played the video game, get yourself down to this show because it's the first time ever that they have brought it to the East Coast. And what I understand, Fallout 4, which is on Xbox, you fight the Flatwoods Monster and the Mothman.
My money's on Mothman. If he gets knocked down a big steel bridge, and my money's on Mothman.
Yeah.
But when's the date on that you was breaking up a little bit? What's the date?
That'll be an interesting one. I'm stepping out of my norm and trying different things this year, which I did that last year. One of my friends invited me to the FRMB Festival. I'll be doing again this year.
I believe it's May 2nd and 3rd, Flatwoods.
May 2nd and 3rd.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me write that down. Dave, did you find
found a list?
I didn't find the schedule, but on my teleprompter, I can look it up. So let me. Okay. Did you want me to pull something from yours, Bill, or what?
Well, if you can.
Okay. Let me read out Bill's schedule. Middlefield, Ohio, Bigfoot Day. John's Country Nursery. It doesn't have a date on it.
I got it right here. July 11th. No. Yes.
11th. Gretchen Fest Beaver Creek. Okay. That's what that is.
What is it? When's Gretchen Fest?
July. Gretchen Fest Beaver Creek. July 11th. And then I have
Middlefield.
Huh?
Middlefield. August 8th is Gretchen Fest.
Okay.
John's Country Nursery in Middlefield, Ohio. Their first event, Bigfoot event, was last year. And I'm thinking Middlefield, Ohio, that's Amish country. We're not going to have a lot of people, but let's try it. And over 1,000 people come through. And I'm totally flabbergasted. You know, they just kept coming. It's like, wow. Now, I'm speaking again this year there. And May 3rd, May 3rd, I'm going to be at South Fork State Park too. I'm going to be at the OBC. I'm vending there. And July 17th, 18th, and 19th, I'll be in Kecksburg vending. I'm not speaking.
What was the date on that one?
Kecksburg? The 17th through the 19th of July.
Okay.
Yeah. Man.
Well, this year marks their 60th anniversary.
Yeah.
So you might end up seeing Biker Bigfoot there. I've been trying to get up there for years.
But yeah, I talked to them last month, and they said I'm in, so pay for my spot and be happy with it. Then, of course, August 8th is Gretchen Fest. I'll be speaking there. That's at Beaver Creek, Ohio. And I hate to say this one, but September 12th, White Deer Park, New Columbia, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
It's going to be. Go ahead, Biker Bigfoot, say it.
Say what?
What's the name of it, dumbass?
Bluegrass and Bigfoot.
Yes, it is. We both will be there.
I got to do that show last year, and I absolutely loved it. It was their first year. They had a lot of people show up for that. A lot of great vendors. I got to speak at that. I had a great time. It was fun. Now this year, I got you with me, so that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're in trouble. But then on September 26th and 27th, I am hosting the fourth annual Western Pennsylvania Cryptid and Supernatural Expo. We have 8 speakers. We got several new guests, special guests. Yeah, where's the list? We got Christina Bloom from Wisconsin. She's a psychic medium. She's awesome. We got Dave Wickham. Tater is his nickname. He's a physical therapist studying Bigfoot, and with his knowledge of feet and all that from being a physical therapist, he actually made a silicone mold from a mold of a Bigfoot casting that you could see how it actually works. And I can't wait to see that. I got Robert Solomon coming in from Akron, Ohio. This young gentleman, very intelligent on religions, on the giants. Robert's one heck of a great gentleman. Mary Fabian's going to be there from Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project. Of course, Brian Fuller, who's going to be on my podcast, he will be there. The ladies from Doss House, which is a haunted house. Dan Hagman going to be speaking about UFOs and aliens. And Ed Kellerman, who is a paranormal researcher / author. He writes about his experiences in his books on the investigations he has done. He didn't take other people's stories. It's from him. I got Katie Elizabeth coming up. She does the Champ research from Lake Champlain, the sea creatures. She'll be out. Biker Bigfoot might make an appearance. We'll see. So I got a great group of speakers coming. We got a bunch of great vendors coming in. I'll be signing my books if I ever get them in. But yeah, so it's going to be an interesting weekend there. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I got great speakers coming in and great special guests. There's a couple other ones I'm not mentioning yet because they said they'll be there, but I didn't get a guarantee. But we'll go from there. Oh, Ron Hall. BJ says she's not sure about that biker Bigfoot guy, though. He still owes her a picture with her.
Well, if you make it WPA, then you got it.
She won't be there because I know she won't because there's some other things happening. It's going to be at the Masonic Temple in Johnstown, PA, Linda. Beginning of last month, they asked me if I take over hosting it. And I said, well, what do you like going on there? Nothing yet. So they gave me kind of free rein to take off with it, and I did. And so from the beginning of last month to now, this is everything I came up with, along with, the vendors are filling in. For 2 years in a row, they had vendors on 2 floors. The bottom floor didn't do good. They really didn't. And I told them we're not doing bottom floor. Don't want disgruntled vendors. So we're limited to vendors, and we're slowly getting close to capacity already. So, but the thing is that it's going to be an interesting event. It really is. I'm looking forward to Taylor's presentation, though. I want to see how his works with that silicone foot. I saw pictures of it. It's like, oh, this is going to be neat. But yeah, so be prepared for a great time. Oh, we're probably going to have a cosplay contest and have it parade around the event too. So that's going to be interesting. But the fall event over in Ohio, whatever, I can't remember what they call it. They do a cosplay parade, and wow, do they get the characters there. Hopefully we get the same. But that's all I got to say about that one.
Okay, Forrest.
Life is like a box of chocolate.
That was my opportunity. I got you.
And it worked, because I still like my box of chocolate.
Don't forget the Dr. Pepper.
Go to your corner and come out fighting. Fighting team.
Filet. Or we can have a little peppermint candy. Wait a minute.
Well, I'm going to take the opportunity to plug, because what we need to remind to follow us, follow our pages, and they can see every step of the way where we're going to be going and what we're doing. Which is something that Bill and I have been doing, and so have many other people just sharing what they do throughout the year. We're talking about them now. Like my personal page, Ron House. I got Biker Bigfoot. I have Believe in Yourself, Fight Against PTSD. You can find me on TikTok as Biker Bigfoot. You can find me on Instagram. And the couple other things that are going on that are going to be seen very shortly. Last year, Jason Kinsey made that song, which you got to witness, Biker Bigfoot's Love for Chaos. That is on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Play, and I think another one was on there. I can't remember. I heart tunes. Okay, stop.
Chrissy, hold up the cue cards.
He said. The other thing that came out last year, which everybody got to see, that wonderful event, was our wedding at Sutton. It is on YouTube. Jason Kinsey filmed that. He did a wonderful job putting that together for us. It was we had a blast. I never expected the wedding to be the way it was, but going back to what Bill and Dave were talking about earlier about how being in this field, you don't just create friends, you can't create family. And when I opened up and started coming out, being Biker Bigfoot, and Fred, believed in what I was doing. And
we finally came out of the closet.
Yeah. Okay, Bill. So, come on. I was having a heartfelt moment there for a second.
I'm sorry.
But Fred was always just like happy to see me show up. And then, like Pharrell, I started speaking about my cause. And that's whenever Les approached me and asked me to come down to Sutton. Well, Sutton I did the very first time in 2022. I rode down, got my hotel, and I got to introduce Dr. Mildrum. And rest in peace for him as well. That's another great one we lost.
Very much so. That broke my heart.
I had the pleasure of getting to talk with him the next day down at the event. So, thank you, Les. Les loves telling a story about, what we were talking about, me showing up at Hillman.
Mm-hmm.
So, being able to get out in the public eye like that, gives us the opportunity to share our story, get people to open up about theirs. And it really opened things up. So going back to Sutton every year after that, I had no idea that Christy was at the same shows that I was. And then all of a sudden we find each other at one event. We found each other at another event and yet another event. And we came together at Sutton. So it was just only right that we did it there, because Jeremy Maddox, Thrifty Mountaineer, does weddings in a Bigfoot costume. So if you go to YouTube and you find Ron House and Christy Chafin, Biker Bigfoot, Cryptid Chaos on YouTube, you can see the wedding and what Jason did for that. We also had that whole month of June where Jason and I were going and doing different things, different events. We were filming. So there's my plug. There is a Mothman documentary coming out very soon that Jason and I did together. So I will be on Searching for Sasquatch.
Whoa.
What?
Is that the same one our beautiful friend Linda Sedgman was in?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Mama Linda. Yes. We had the opportunity. This was really cool for me because Jason and I had it all set up that we were meeting in Marionville and coming back to my home. And then we were spending a week-long investigation. And it was not that weekend, but the following weekend, we went to Haunt Fest, which was a groundbreaking event there in West Virginia. Good. Yeah, I know. Hold on a second. Technical difficulties.
Dave, you just got a couple pictures sent to you of their wedding. Linda, Salt Fork is May 3rd at the Bigfoot Festival at Salt Fork. It's May 3rd. You got it straightened out now?
Yes. My phone came unplugged. It was getting ready to die. What was you saying about May?
Linda asked it was both events. The Flatwood Fallout and Salt Fork was May 2nd and 3rd. No, Salt Fork's just May 3rd. So Sutton's 2 days or 1 day.
Yeah, I should be there for both days. For the Fallout Fest. Again, this is something new that I'm doing. I thought it was very interesting that the Mothman and the Flatwoods Monster was in it, and I was just like, okay, you know what? We're going to take Biker Bigfoot to something different. Let's try this out. The way I look at it is the more exposure to Biker Bigfoot, the further I can reach with the cause.
Yes.
It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what you're involved in. PTSD is everywhere. So I want to get Biker Bigfoot exposed to everything I possibly can to get that awareness out there. If anybody's ever seen my vest, it says it right on my back. It's just like a regular biker's rockers. Believe in yourself, PTSD.
And the thing is, folks, Ron is not only Biker Bigfoot, but he is a very good one promoting the PTSD and get help. And he will help you or get you to help. And I did something at my one event, and I told Ron I got a military friend of mine that's getting up. I'm giving him a certificate, but he worked with the vets since he got out of the service in Nam. He worked with the veterans constantly. And this was 4 years ago. That first event I put on for Penn Ohio Paranormal Conference, I said, Ron, I want you to give him the.
You tricked me.
Okay. Shut up and let me finish my story. So I got Ron up there. I got Vince up there. And I tell the people, I says, I kind of tricked these guys a little bit, saying that I needed them to give each other a plaque. I said, but here it is. Vince. And I talk about all the time he spent with the vets. I says, and then here's Ron, who does with the PTSD, with the Soulless Man, and other people. And it's true to my heart that what these guys done. So I had a plaque for both of them. And appreciated both of them for what they've done. And Ron's like, I'm going to get even. I'm going to get even. You tricked me. Oh, yeah, I did trick you. You never got even. So, there, buddy.
We got 3 together this year.
I'll scratch your eyes out.
Number 1.
No, 5.
I'm number 5, okay.
Yeah, blowing in the breeze. Poor dude don't really get to talk, does he?
I told you, I'm fine, man.
He just said, let's go. Now, welcome to Dave's show that we took over. We hijacked it.
Hey, you guys are fine, man.
Yeah, we did warn them. Oh, my God.
So now that my technical difficulties are over, I wanted to finish talking about that. Jason,
About what?
We did Haunt Fest together.
Yeah.
If anybody's ever heard of this, it's Lake Shawnee.
Yep.
That's lower part of West Virginia. And I would say from my house, we're a little over 4 hours away. But we trucked on down there, and everybody had probably seen some of the lives that we did. I tell you what, it was a very interesting thing. I've never done anything like that before. I absolutely loved doing it. We met so many new people, as we always do when we go places. It wasn't long after that we got notification that the one building burnt down after that event happened. We don't know 100%
Yes.
where that was from, but it is haunted grounds. So that was one groundbreaking.
You're breaking up, Ron.
What's that?
You're breaking up.
I didn't hear what you said.
Tell him again, Dave.
You were breaking up.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a Verizon commercial. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So that was Saturday. We did that, and we trucked on home after that event was over to get back here to Pennsylvania to do the Bigfoot and Paranormal Town Hall meeting at the haunted Brownsville Nemacolin Castle. That was so much fun. I loved being able to put off stuff of my own. Christy jumped up on stage and told some of her stories. I'm very proud of her for that. We had a bunch of our friends show up, Fayette County Bigfoot researchers. A lot of them showed up. It was very nice.
Well,
Coming
Can I say something about that? I got to say something about that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Fred and I talked about it, and he goes, Ron did something that really impressed me. I went, oh, yeah? He goes, yeah. He thanked us for getting him started. He says, Bill, he's like you. He tells people who helps them. And he says, I'm very proud of that man.
I will never forget where I came from and where I started. It's always going to be talked about because I'm very of how it all began. I'm amazed and thankful every day that I get an opportunity to get out in the public and do what I do because of where I got started.
Yes.
So, like I said, I'm very honored that I'm able to speak at the Patsy Hillman event.
I'm honored that the people I've met, Dave, he's one. Dave, from day one, me and Dave became friends, and he's always sending me little tidbits on and off throughout the year. I'm letting him speak.
Yeah,
I'm letting him speak.
I said Bill rocks.
But
Bill, wait till you meet me in person. Then you won't like me.
That's true. Okay, Festus.
I'm a lot different in person.
Yeah,
Uncle Fester.
Oh my God.
Uncle Fester.
I got to share that with my wife. He just called me Uncle Fester. That ain't the first one. You ain't the first. It's let me see. Is my hair standing up?
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. But that's the thing. Like Ron said earlier, we become one big dysfunctional family. Truthfully. And I got nothing but respect for you guys there. There's too many to speak of that I became good friends with.
Oh my gosh.
Danny.
That right.
Danny right there. I never met him in person yet, but we became good friends.
I became friends with Dan like that because he was in my wedding.
Yeah, he covered for my ass.
Yeah. He's like, hey, can I add somebody in? I'm like, sure. He's going to cover Bill and we met after the wedding because I had no opportunity to meet him before the wedding. And I'm very thankful that he was there for us.
He had a blast. He told me. But that's the thing. We meet some really awesome people out here.
Yes.
We really do. And I'm very thankful for that. And, family's not always blood. And I'm thankful for the ones I got to know and meet and got close to. Here soon I will be seeing Danny in person. I'm making sure of that one.
June 13th.
What is that one?
I'm hosting a town hall meeting at Flatwood.
At Flatwood?
Yes.
We'll see.
Okay. Because that's the step that I wanted to talk about is that Jason and I are going to be getting together on June 4th to head to New Jersey to do the New Jersey Devil. When we're done there with the investigations, we're heading to West Virginia to Flatwood Monster. And
You're breaking up again.
Us are going to be there.
Hmm.
And I haven't got everything worked out 100% yet. I'm going down next weekend to talk to some people. But it's going to be small, just like the castle, but it's going to be fun. I'm bringing in, like I said, Les and Danny, the Flatwoods Monster Museum, the Bigfoot Museum, and a few other people. But once I get everything finalized to get that out, I'll let everybody know. I've already been talking to a few people about it. What else do we go on?
I don't know.
You are going to be in White Deer Park together.
Yep.
Oh. Memorial Day weekend. May 23rd, I think that is. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't have my calendar in front of me. I believe that's what I got asked to come down to Hagerstown, Maryland, to make an appearance at their parade. So I'll be down there. I'll put the information out on my page. I was at.
Hey, Ron.
Is that the one?
What's that?
That's where Dave had his one event.
Oh yeah, I was down there for Rats and Reapers, and the mayor came to the show just to ask me to come to his Memorial Day parade. I was like, wow, that's cool.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah.
Which event were you looking for?
I
have your list right here in front of me.
The Memorial Day parade, I think. The Memorial Day parade.
May 23rd?
Yeah, that'll be May 23rd. That's correct. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
May
so
23rd.
May 2nd and 3rd, Fallout and Flatwoods. 23rd will be the Memorial Day. May 30th will be Hillman Park.
That's
Yeah.
correct. Yep.
June, New Jersey Delta, Flatwoods. Okay. October, there's something new. It's a new event that's happening. Richard, I'm going to say his name wrong. McKendall. Bill.
Don't know the name. I don't know the name.
Richard Mick Kendall.
The Campbells?
Yes. There, he is hosting. I always cannot say his last name for some reason. Nelsonville, Ohio. They're having a Bigfoot jamboree out there. So I will be out there for that.
When is this?
October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Okay. I'll check into that. I put an application in, so my availabilities might be limited, especially in October if I get the position.
Well, they definitely need vendors. I do believe he said that they have their speakers taken care of. Obviously, I'll be entertainment. We'll get you there, and we'll be double entertainment.
Yeah. But I'm definitely see what happened with this application I did. I don't really want to say much, but Hillview Manor is looking for tour guides and volunteers, and I put my application in. I love Hillview Manor.
Cool.
I went there twice.
I put my application in for tour guide. And I was joking with Bill Rogers. I was joking with him. He says, if I put my application, does that mean I get to work with around Dale and Donnie? And Dale said, yes, you will. And someone says, right now, Bill, why you can't? avoid the risk. I always run to the risky business. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're really looking for wine or not, but I'll put my name in for it. And
So, which campouts are you doing this year?
I don't know yet. I'm not planning any. I'm not. I can't until that's health gets better because I can't just say yes. We're doing a week long camp out and she needs me here. Oh my goodness, Kurt! My condolences, my man. I'm glad to see you out here though. But spaghetti roll, noisemaker, like my dogs. But with all honesty, there's a lot of different events out there, and it's kind of hard to plan to go to everyone because there's so many.
It is very hard. Yeah.
And some of the ones I like to go to are too far away. And that's what bothers me. It's just like, I really want to go, but things here with Buck's health and that, and I just can't do it. And
Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be surprising some people at some campouts. I want to get out with some of my friends and go to these campouts with you. I'm going to be trying to, well, I'm not going to say trying to. I'm going to be revisiting some old stomping grounds where I used to do some investigations because of some of the new teachings that I learned. I want to re-establish some of the stuff that I've done over the years. But at the same time, I also want to get out with some of my friends and make some memories and see what we can do together.
yes. I want to get down there with Les for, he came up here and went up around the one area, and holy shit, he's a mountain goat too.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of his and Danny's stuff. They always take Mason or I can't remember the other boys' names, but he always takes his kids with him. I like seeing their stuff that they do, and I know he came up here one night years ago, a couple years ago. And I was having some increased activity, and he came up one night just at the spur of the moment. He's like, "Yeah, I'm coming." And he stayed all night out in the driveway in his van.
Yeah.
Just kept track of what was going on back here. I just with him. It's like I said, I want to make some memories with my friends.
Yeah. It was kind of weird because he gets a hold of me and said, Bill, I was going to head to Southport. It was on a Sunday. He said, I was going to head over to Southport, but I started thinking, I want to come up and go out with you up there. Can we do this? Yeah, come on. Yeah, and he came up. Jimmy King, and I got a hold of him, let him know that Les was coming. So Jamie came out with us. Hey, Mary, how you doing? So yeah, we really enjoyed it, but. And of course, Les found a print because he got ahead of us. And it's like, dude, you're supposed to wait for us. We can find it together. But no,
But I will never, ever forget to take plaster with me ever again. because I was on an investigation down in Virginia, and I found handprints.
Mm-hmm.
And I got pictures. It's
Yeah.
my hands by 3 sides. And I tell you, I kicked myself for not having plaster with me that day.
Danny, you're 110% right.
But he
They
said,
came, the Les's family's awesome. He's right. You know, me and Mason, we became friends real quick. That boy could chop your ear off too. But, you know, and his dad has taught him so much. He's telling you stuff, and it's like, wow. And it, you know, yeah, that sees a lot. Or are you talking about Mason being the mentor? But you know, it's just they're the nicest people. Him, Jen, and Mason, Jax, none but love and respect for that family. Yeah, they are awesome. And I tell everyone, Les is the ultimate researcher, investigator, and he gets upset with that. But he actually goes to the library to look up history of the area he's going to investigate. He gets on the internet, check things out. He'll go there, and I mean, he investigates it hard, and it's just crazy how great he is at what he does. You know, he wants to know the history of the places and everything. And there's a lot of researchers that need to follow in his footsteps. And I'm being dead honest. And being Danny's mentor, that Danny's going to be just like him on the way he researches. So I know that for a fact. So,
you said that he talks your ear off?
what?
You said he talked your ear off?
Mason, yeah.
Mason does. Okay, I was saying, you're not talking about Les.
Oh, hell no. No.
Did you buy his lemonade?
His lemonade.
I believe I did. I believe I did.
Yeah. Mason has a lemonade stand, yeah.
Actually, I think he was selling it at that event name Ron was at down in Cheat Lake, wasn't he?
Yes.
And I ended up,
Pepper.
I bought his lemonade and gave it to someone else because I don't drink lemonade. Never cared for it.
Yeah, Bill has Dr. Pepper intravenous. He's got right into the vein.
Yep.
Now, the reason why I said that about Les is because I remember when he asked me to do the Sutton event, he was like, yeah, I don't like talking in front of people, so could you introduce Dr. Mildrum? But I tell you, when you're one-on-one with him, he will...
Oh, yeah. But getting up and talking in front of people, that's not his forte.
No. I learned that real quick.
Danny's right. The knowledge is in that head of his. It's totally amazing and astounding. But anyhow, I've been at this for over 2 hours, Dave, and I got to go down and check on the wife.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to... So, Bill, let's do this. Let me get back here first. Tell everybody where they can reach you, and...
I'm right here. You can get a hold of me on Facebook at Bill Rigby. On my Facebook page, I got the Agents of the Unexplained group page and podcast page. Or you find me on Facebook. My phone number's there too because of the agents. I'm not that hard to get a hold of. Leave me a message if you want to talk to me about sightings or experiences, or just BS. You know, I'm down with that. You can't, man, I'm starting to sound like Dave now. No wonder he's letting us talk. Wednesday night at 7 o'clock is my podcast. It'll be on the Agents of Dan Explain Facebook podcast page and on the YouTube, Agents of Dan Explain YouTube. All right. So check it out. I got great lineup. Go ahead, Dave.
Bill, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was waiting on you.
Go ahead. Yeah, I was waiting on you. I was going to cut you off again. No. Anytime you have something you want to post, you want me to post or share for you, please send it over to me and I'll take care of it. Yeah.
And Mary, yes, I know. I had to take a drink of Dr. Pepper. All right. Reminder for everybody, January 31st, Ryder's Restaurant in New Wellington, PA is a remembrance type / memorial thing for Fred Saluda. Myself and Mary Fabian's putting her on. Fred's been a good friend to both of us. You know, this one hit Mary hard too. But yeah, we're doing it together. Out of the respect for Fred and the love for the man, I hope to see everyone there. And that's all I got to say about
Bill,
that.
Thank you. Bill, thank you so much for being my guest tonight and being on here with myself and Ron. And Mary says, take a drink of Dr. Pepper. There you go.
Yes, I almost out of this, but I have to get another one. But thank you, Dave, for on. It's good being out here with you again. Everyone, thanks for seeing you out here in the audience. You all have a great evening. Stay warm, stay safe. Goodbye, all.
Good seeing you, brother.
Good night, Bill.
All right.
Okay. Ron, are you there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't hear you there for a second. Yeah, I also want to thank you for being the guest tonight. Is there anything we left out that you would like to throw in there?
It's something that I always do. I just want to remind everybody to always believe in themselves. If you ever have any thoughts of ending your days, this is something my grandfather always said, is the sun will always rise again tomorrow. So just give it another day and things can change for you. So always look up for that brighterest light in the sky, buddy. You know, I can always say things, but it always starts with you. You have to remind yourself that you are the one that can control anything that happens with your future. So just like I have tattooed on my arm to remind myself is believe in yourself. And that's how I end my speeches. I just, again, I want to go back to those platforms. I want to remind everybody that, like Bill, with his platforms, to reach out to him, reach out to me, just follow us, see where we're going to be, come say hello, and just don't be afraid to sit down and talk with us, whether you have something going on that you need help and need to talk to with us. Awesome. Or possibly that you've had a sighting that you're unsure about. A lot of us have been through more than just what we talk about on the podcasts or at our speeches. I have been experiencing a lot of different things in the past couple of years that I've never experienced before, whether it's social interaction with people or different things that happens in the woods. So just because I'm a Bigfoot researcher doesn't mean that other things don't come at me. So it's going to happen. You never know when it's going to happen. So, definitely find somebody, some platform somewhere, reach out to them. I'm always here. Again, Ron Howes, Biker Bigfoot, Believe in Yourself, Fight Against PTSD. Those are my platforms. I'm working on releasing something else new this year. I don't want to say a whole lot about it, but just look for some things that are going to be happening this year. If if you're following my pages, you will see when that launches. And I will share Christy's website whenever she gets everything finalized. That way everybody can find her and go to her page.
I make Bigfoot.
Yes, she is a resin artist.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And there's Spaghetti Eddie Leo. He's reminding me that he has a Facebook page and a TikTok and an Instagram, Spaghetti Eddie Leo. If you want to see his videos that his mom and I are working on, we have a lot of fun stuff. Christy is a vendor. We met at a show. She hasn't been able to vend this year because of this needs that our dog has. So that's why she's got her website opening up. We've been doing videos over the winter just to keep the interaction with the public. And once everything starts back up, you'll see us out there again. I know I'll be out there this year. I explained some of my events. If you want more information about it, just follow my page and look for those events to pop up for everything that you need to know about them.
Awesome. Well, Ron, I thank you for being on tonight, and I'd like to have you come back.
Absolutely.
And, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm going to put you in the green room. I'll be there in about 2 minutes, I guess. So
okay.
Thanks again, and God bless you.
Thank you
Good
for
night.
having me. Thanks for everybody watching, and hope to see everybody soon.
All right. I want to thank the listeners for tuning in tonight. It's been a good night on this snowy evening. More snow to arrive, but the first one I'm kind of under the weather, and I was a little quiet tonight, but I apologize for that. But thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget to come back next Saturday and watch us again. Thank you.